everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at my latest mail call from Diecast Car Guru. I've already popped the box open. I pulled out the stuff he would like me to sell just because it will make this video run super long if I show it. There's a lot of cool classic Matchbox. I think some of them are premier models, some of them are super fast. Amazing releases, but they will be going up for sale on my sale account first, and then they will hit the eBay if they don't sell there during the next sale, which is probably going to be about a month from now. But yes, I did open up a sale account on Instagram. It is Matchbox Man Sales. And if you need help finding that, just let me know. A little shameless plug. But let's take a look at what's in here. Starting off, we have the obligatory at this point Outback, or not Outback, but Subaru brochure. Yes, it is the Outback for 2025. I'm not sure if they changed much about it, but these are super cool. I don't know which I'm missing at this point. I think I have all of them. I don't know if he got me an older Outback one, which only would have been a year old. Of course, still got all the trim levels. Whoa, I'm not even showing you. Wilderness is back for 2025. Love to see that. I love the Wilderness and the Onyx edition. I hope the Wilderness returns for the Forester. That will be nice. But there's a little Outback. We need a Outback of that generation in diecast, don't y'all think? Totally. And Lamley owns one, so should be a no-brainer. All right, let's go through here. We have a couple majorettes. So, oh, wow. Here, tripod's a little funky. Here we have the Volkswagen ID Buzz. Okay. And now it's going to be out of focus the entire time, isn't it? It's the ID Buzz. So this will be a fun comparison to the Hot Wheels one. I don't remember if Matchbox is doing it. They might. Totally a Matchbox-esque vehicle. But of course, majorette, you get the opening door and the trailer hitch on the back there. Camera's going to be out of focus. I might as well just reset it. There, that looks a little better. There's the ID Buzz. And along with it, the Nissan Z in this dark blue metallic. This looks gorgeous. Can't wait to open this one up. I'm gonna have to do a majorette video at some point. Don't know how I want to do it. If I just open all of them, so that way I can. Oh yeah, maybe I can open all of them and bring you through the collection, kind of like I did with the Tomica. Although it won't be nearly as many. But there's the amazing Nissan Z. Can't wait to look at that casting. Brand new for 2024, I do believe. Debuted in the tune-ups set or whatever it was called. Do have a birthday present. Yes, I turned 19 at the end of this month. Kind of crazy to think of. We're going to open that one last. I am going to open that one last. Here we have the Hot Wheels Ultra Hots. I keep forgetting what the series is called. I keep calling it Hot Ones, which was a cool set. But it's the Ultra Hots. Datsun 510. And this very nice green metal flake. Or not metal flake, Spectra Flame, like a Super Treasure Hunt. With the Ultra Hot rims and a very 80s deco. Kind of got the BRE stripes going there. And to go along with it, I saw this guy in here. He also sent me, so apparently he decided not to keep it. This is the Ultra Hot Nissan Skyline. Pretty nice release. I don't think he really had to detail it much because the front and rears were already detailed. Headlights, grille, intercooler. But of course, you can see he removed the Ultra Hot decals, which you can do. Looks very cool. I might wheel swap it. There's taillight details. No GTR emblem, which is weird because normally there is. I know Nissan requires you do these Skyline taillights on every Skyline, but most of them have had the GTR logo. This one does not. And I like that they did the taillights on the Datsun too, because they don't do that very often unless it's a premium. Headlights sometime. Oh, no, because it's a separate piece. And it's all metal. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I like the fact that it's all metal. This one they should have done all metal because it exists. It's not like it doesn't, the metal casting. But yeah, it's nice to see the Datsun is all metal. I feel like that one's going to go up in value as time goes on. I just, you know, it's not like I bought it for, or not bought it, but, well, I might have paid him for it. I don't remember what I buy and what I don't. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Just having fun over here. But yeah, it's not like I have it. I wanted it for an investment purpose. It's just a nice release, and I think I'm going to remove the decals off of it anyway. Once it's opened up, that'll probably be in the next large Hot Wheels unboxing, along with this one, the Toyota Starlet. Super cool release. I want to have one loose. I did actually have one of these already, but I wanted to keep it on the artwork because that artwork is gorgeous. I wanted to keep it untouched, but it is a very nice release, and I kind of wanted one for the loose collection. It is all metal, which is nice. It's a premium casting. So yeah, that one will be opened up with the Datsun 510. All right, there's a ton of Matchbox in here. We're going to try to burn through those all at once. Should we go loose cars? Here, we'll run through these two real quick. Here we have the JKM Toyota Hilux. Yeah, you can't really see much. This one I might throw into the 12 Days of Christmas, which is getting very close, so I gotta start thinking about that. I want to get some very unique stuff in there. Here we have a Barago Voa, which I assume is a Chinese car. This is a Voa Free, if I'm not mistaken. He has sent me one of these Baragos previously, which I believe I did open. I might have to do a review on them. I didn't do a review on it though. But I might have to include that when I open up this one. That might be another 12 Days of Christmas presentation. That would be pretty fun, right? Yeah, these are amazing quality, though. I highly recommend if you want to get some Chinese vehicles in your collection. That and X-Car toys. Oh my god, I love X-Car toys. I need more X-Car toys. They just release so slow. They're so slow at releasing. I'm always waiting for more. All right, let's get into the loose stuff here. Starting off with this Ford, I think it's a Model A from Tomica. Oh, Model T. Oh yeah, duh. The Model A was later. Beautiful condition. Very interesting casting for Tomica to do way back in the 70s. But it looks pretty good. No suspension or anything. Kind of similar to the Datsun that they did. 1977 on the base. Pretty awesome. I don't know if it was like an exclusive to the US or what. But there's the Ford Model A. And next on the list here we have the Mazda RX-7 from Majorette. A very nice casting, actually, ruined by these wheels. Look how fat they are. They almost look like dually tires. Does have suspension. Somehow it works with those massive tires. But yeah, a very nice example of this casting. Happy to have it. I gotta definitely update the Majorette collection. If I don't do it in a video, I have to. Next up, we have this custom Ford Ranger from, I think, Motormax, yes. I had to flip it over. Sometimes it's hard to tell between Motormax, Real Toy, Summer, whatever, when the wheels are swapped. This one's got Matchbox rims on it, very fitting, and a great casting, really. We don't see this generation of Ranger at all in 164. I think this is the only one. So very nice to have, and I don't think I have an example of it. So that will be a fine addition. Here we have the Nissan 300 ZX. Z31 from Welly. It's not going to say Welly on the base. There's an old school Welly. I know a lot of you guys, especially if you're watching from Europe, are familiar with the newer stuff. But this is an older one. This is from Japan. I don't know if it's a Japan exclusive, but I had originally gotten it for him in a lot. Sent it to him. He decided not to keep it. Sent it back with the other Sal stuff, but I told him I wanted this one. So, yeah, here it is. Z31. Z. Couple Z's in this video. Next up, oh yeah, this is awesome. So he asked me what color I'd like my custom Ford Transit. I said silver. Look at that. I like it with the black bumpers. Very industrious. I might swap some black rims on there. Maybe like just blacked out Steelies from Matchbox. Might be cool. This is the Euro Ford Transit, so we didn't get this body style of Transit in the US. This is a specifically Euro one. Looks very good. I'm very happy with this. Thank you very much. It's a great custom. There we go. Here we have one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings of all time, the Mitsubishi Evo 6 from the Car Culture series. He replaced it with the 2-pack version, which I never found. I kind of wanted it because they finished the taillight details. But he said he's getting rid of this. I told him I'd take it because I want to customize it. I actually have a couple of these. They are very cool. I don't know what I'm going to do for a custom yet. I originally bought an extra to do a TME custom, but then they released the TME custom. So I don't know. I'll do something with it. Of course I will. It might take a while because I have a whole box of Tamicas that I want to do. But I'll do something with it. Here we have another Welly. This is kind of right before the modern Welly we know today. This is when they were working with Maisto and shared the same wheels. This is the Jaguar, I don't know what S-type. Look at that. This one's actually got names on the base. So this is a, oh, no, it's not a cut. Oh yeah, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, this is a custom. I don't know. I'm sure it's the color. Looks very nice. Taillight details done. This is a very Jag color though too. That's why it was hard for me to tell if it was a custom. Very Jag. Looks amazing. Here we have a amazing Tamica casting. The first generation Toyota Prius. He had an extra. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have a white one. Yes, it does have the opening hood, which is one of the only non-Subarus from the Tamica line to get an opening hood. I think it was this and the Yaris. And probably one other. Can't think of it. But pretty cool. All metal. 1998 on the copyright. This is from a special, I don't know if it's a Prius set or a Toyota set of some sort. 4-pack. This is not a mainline release. The mainline version was pink, I believe. And that will go with my mainline one, which I do have. And the police version, which is from the, I don't even know what it was. Some interesting set. Here we have a Renault 11, I think is what they call it, yes. Featuring one of the coolest features Majorette has ever come out with, the moving sunroofs. I love that. Does it really add much? No, but it's cool. It doesn't really stay in place though. Oh, it will stay halfway cracked, I guess. But yeah, the Renault 11. Very cool little casting. Kind of like Mazda 323 looking. But it's just a little French economy car. Well, I guess the Mazda's a Japanese economy car. It does have suspension. That's what did the Jag? Oh yeah, it does. Kind of stiff. Of course, Prius we know does. Very good. It's not a good die cast unless it has suspension. Well, I can't say that because Tomicas don't. Or, you know, some Tomicas don't, but I mean Matchbox don't. Hot Wheels, they're good some of the time. They're good some of the time. Here we have a custom Matchbox Subaru Sambar that he did for me. Oh, and actually, there should be another one in here, right? Yes. Here, put them up together. We got the other one. He asked me what colors I would like them in. So, yeah, so I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with these. I might paint the bumpers. Possibly, I want to make them more utilitarian spec, and they do actually sell them in this like green color, something very similar to this. So that's why I went for that. Just one thing, Mr. Diecast Car Guru, if they are Japanese registered, they should have yellow license plates. I know that, and it's weird, but it's true. K cars have yellow plates. Here. Yellow plate. I know, But yeah, I saw one on Marketplace. Older one, of course. Same color, but it had some white accents on it, and I think I want to replicate it, so. And the black one, I'm probably going to do a little industrious spec, almost like my toy cabin one back there. But I might do some black bumpers on it. And of course, got to find wheels. Of course, they don't fit any sort. Where did the base go to this one? What? Is it in the bag still? Oh, it fell off. But yeah, look at that. Look at the base for these. So yeah, not any wheels fit these. So I'm gonna have to find maybe those stupid airport carts that hog the pegs at Walmart. Maybe I can pull the wheels off those. We'll see. Here we have another Welly. I believe it's Welly. Yes, Mercedes-Benz S-Class. I've been on a Mercedes kick lately, which is kind of weird, kind of unlike me. Of course, I like all vehicles, but I normally gravitate towards more Japanese vehicles. But I've been liking Mercedes lately, and the older Mercedes, of course. I'm not so much fond of the new ones. The EQS is pretty dumb looking, and I'm not against electric vehicles at all, but it's just dumb looking. It has nothing to do about it being electric. It's just weird. And the SUV version too, which Matchbox is doing next year, and they're doing the EQS. So yay. And they're doing the BMW 7 Series, which isn't electric, and I still hate it. So don't come at me saying you hate electric vehicles. I do not. I actually kind of like Tesla's design. They're just quality sucks. Anyway, going on to some random rat. This is just an S-Class, and it is awesome. And it is a custom, of course. Gorgeous color. And a very fitting color for the S-Class. It looks really nice with the Jag. And I think there's a couple more loose vehicles in here. Oh yeah, a little mini Toyota Velfire. Tomica Premium, or not Tomica Premium. Oh, I wish Tomica Premium does a Velfire. That'd be cool. No, it's a Tomica Junior or Tomica Pocket Car. No, not the Pocket Cars. Tomica Junior, I think they're called. Little Toyota Velfire. See, it's not regular scale. And this thing can probably fit inside the regular scale Velfire because it's huge, which is awesome because it should be. And then we got some Mirages. Oh, wait. Mirage. So these are supposedly true 1/64 scale. These are Mitsubishi promo models. And they're true 1/64 scale. I have some of the Outlanders and the Outlander Sport. Or, no, it's the Eclipse. It might be the Eclipse. But yes, these will go very nicely with them. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on these. I could maybe do a 12 Days of Christmas on all three of them. I know I've said that like 100 times, not just in this video, but in the past. I can only do 12 videos, but if I have 3 models, I can do them all at once. So that's something to look forward to. But in the meantime, I'll just use these for diorama purposes. I might have to like black stain those wheels though, because they do look very plasticky. But otherwise, they are metal and have a very nice detailing. No interiors because they're pullbacks, so I guess they're trying to hide the motors. But yeah, metal body, plastic base, nice details, and just the rims need a little detailing. They are like the hubcap style, so these are probably base models. Or supposed to be base models, which I don't really know if you can get a high trim Mirage unless it's a rally art, which apparently are rare. But I don't know. I don't know anything. I just buy diecast. I'm just a diecast collector. Let's get into some Matchbox. These are all going to get their respected videos later on in their groupings, in their case groupings, when I figure out what that is. Here we have the 1980 AMC Eagle, one of my favorite castings from 2 years ago. Wow. I think it skipped a year. Did it not? Or did this come out last year? I can't remember, but this black with the woody trim is awesome. I don't know what this blister is. I don't think it's for this model, but it's whatever. Because they've started to do blisters to fit the specific cars, like the Supra here. See how it's silhouetted to fit the Supra? This is the 2023 GR Supra, and this one I actually, when Matchbox revealed the stands of new models covered in bubble wrap, this one I was able to pick right out and say, hey, that's a Supra. It's the only one I was able to do that with, but yeah. Super cool. It looks amazing. This casting looks awesome. Way better than the Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels one, the GR one is, no, not the GR. Yeah, they're both GRs. The Pandem release is just stupid. The front end looks off. And the premium one is massive. This is perfectly proportioned. Super happy with that. Matchbox wins the Supra battle until we throw the Tomica one in there. But it looks just like the Tomica one, just shrunken down, which is good that they're both on the same page there. Here we have the Lotus Europa. Very cool release. I love that yellow pinstripe. Yeah. Okay, I thought it was a reflection after I said that. No, it's a yellow pinstriping. That looks awesome. It's just, there's no yellow pinstriping on the packaging. That's why it threw me off. I'm like, wait a minute. No headlight details, though. They got the Lotus badge up front there. But why am I reviewing this? That's for the review. Nobody's going to watch the review if I review it here. But that did throw me off. Here we have McLaren 720S in purple with the black 5 spokes. I absolutely love that look. This one probably right behind the turquoise one in terms of favorites. The green one just doesn't do it for me, and I might even purge that one, because that green one is kind of ugly. Here we have probably the greatest new model of the year, the Infiniti QX80, and looks like the taillights are sitting a little low there. This thing looks amazing. It's actually, it's not as small as I thought it was going to be. I knew it wasn't going to be large. I guess it's alright. Alright in size. I wish the windows were tinted. That's one thing about it. It's definitely heavy, though. And that might have to do to the fact that they actually gave it a reasonably sized sunroof. It's got some weight to it. Can't wait to open that one up. That one's probably going to be my favorite of the year. Speaking of favorites of the year, this is going to be maybe a favorite recolor of the year, the CT5V. I'm so used to the CTS. CT5V in this blue, which almost looked purple when it was originally revealed. But now that I have it in person, it's definitely blue with these tinted multi-spoke rims. That is a gorgeous release. Can't wait to open that one either. I'm going to be doing a lot of Matchbox videos after I wrap this up, I can tell you that. We have another new casting for 2024. One that I also think is amazing, but I feel like it's going to get looked over by some of the other ones, specifically the Supra, because people are going to drool all over that one. This is the Opel Astra 2022. I remember when we got the Astra in the US as the Saturn. Pretty cool. Too bad we don't get that anymore. I think the Astra would sell in the US. I think of all the cars Opel offers, this one would sell. And maybe one of their SUVs, which I don't really know much about. But I know the Astra, and I feel like this one would sell. It kind of looks like a Hyundai Ioniq. The Ioniq 6, I believe, is the hatch, right? Which we totally need a 164. I think Mini GT's doing it, so hang tight, Hyundai fans. I'll be waiting for it. Next up, we have the Matchbox Tuk Tuk. I guess it's not licensed. I don't really know what the brand would be for these things. But this is from Indiana Jones. Looks like it's got some Arabic on the side here. I haven't seen the movie, so I'm going to assume it takes place in the Middle East, judging this. And this must have a pretty big role for them to do it. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty unique piece as well. Even if you don't tie it together with the Indiana Jones theme. I don't think... It says it's new. Matchbox has done a Tuk Tuk before. Is this a different casting? Or is it licensed? No, it shouldn't be licensed because it's got... I thought Tanglers might be the brand, but it's got Matchbox in front of it. I don't think it's licensed. I don't think it's licensed. But yeah, that'd be interesting because Matchbox has done a Tuk Tuk before. So I don't know if that's a different casting or what's going on there. Speaking of new castings, though, there's the Morgan Plus 4. This is amazing. Very classic British vehicle. I don't know what year it is. It might be a newer vehicle, actually. Because Morgan is very retrofitted, quote-unquote. They like to make older cars brand new. So this could be a newer vehicle. The headlights almost look LED the way that they're... like that bar. They almost look like LEDs. I don't know, that'd be interesting. And it's interesting that there's no year on it either, because Matchbox is pretty good about that. Actually, every single car I've showed you so far, besides the Tuk Tuk, has had a year on it. So why doesn't the Morgan? Weird. 2016 Nissan Sentra, there you go, there's your year. Very, very cool model. I can't believe they actually did a Sentra. But I love it. I'll take it. And this one will be fun to look at. The Sentra is just awesome. Here we have the Cadillac Series 2 convertible coupe in this very nice metallic blue. I absolutely love that. I don't know if I have all the releases of this casting. I know I have quite a few of them, but I know there is a lot. And this is the second version with the hardtop, I believe. Or the, well, I say that because it is hard. No, it's supposed to be a soft top, but there is a top-down version. Yeah, it gets a little confusing, but love the color on this. Very fitting for the vehicle. Got another Supra. Was supposed to be for a buddy of mine, but he found one, so I don't know what I'll do with this one. Maybe it will go back to Diecast Car Guru for custom work. Speaking of custom work, that's funny. Here we have the Infiniti QX80. This is a Diecast Car Guru custom. It is dyed with like t-shirt dye. Let's take a... we gotta take it out of the box. Look at this. So yes, I requested he do brown for me. I know it sounds boring, but it is a stock color option. Something very similar to this. And I just needed it. I just needed it immediately. I'm sure Matchbox has it coming soon. I wasn't gonna wait. I said, give me a brown QX, and that's what he did. This looks amazing. And actually, it's a little orange on... like, it's a little orange in person, but the color on camera, it looks almost identical to what the real ones are. Of course, the only downside to dyeing is that the badges get dyed as well because they're gray. But hopefully I can fix that. That maybe not the rear ones. The front one I'll try. We'll see. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Might have to give it some blacked out rims too. I don't know. I don't know yet. Here we have the Ford Bronco Sport. Very nice green with the gold rims. Very nice release. Love it. I know. After spending all that time, it feels weird to slow down and go back to these. Or speed up, I mean, and go back to these. But I want to save them for the review. Can't spoil all the surprises. The Volkswagen ID4. Oh, this one doesn't have a year either, but it can't be that old. It's a 2022 at the oldest. A very cool vehicle. They do have drum brakes in the back, I found out. Which apparently, supposedly, what I've read is to help with recharging the battery. Yeah, I don't know how that makes any sense. There's got to be something more to that. That's just what I could comprehend. I just pull bumpers off cars and fill dents, so I don't have the intellect to actually go into the technology of these things. But I think they're actually good looking, and they're pretty cool. And ending off here with another EV, we have the Tesla Roadster. And actually, for Matchbox's, like, quote-unquote jump to EVs, out of all those Matchbox I just showed you, 3 of them were EVs. Out of, like, 12. So, there's Tesla Roadster. In flat black, which is pretty cool. But actually, we got 2 more EVs coming. But first, let's take a look at this Land Rover. The classic, Land Rover Classic, right? Very nice release. Love these olive green. It looks green on camera, but it's a little darker. It's a little, like, got a brown hue to it, like an olive green should. This is from the latest moving parts mix with the Chevy 1500, and it's the only one I do not have. And the Ford Anglia, because it looks silly. Whoa. What the hell was that? I don't know. The Ford Anglia looks silly. The moving parts one, and the mainline one looks a lot better. So I have the mainline to review. I won't be getting the moving parts one. As a YouTuber, I probably should, but I should to compare them, but I'm not gonna. I don't really need it, and I really don't want to bother selling it because it's probably gonna be easy to find. But anyway, two EVs here. We have the Jaguar I-Pace. A very nothing car to me, but the casting's nice, so I wanted it. I don't care for the I-Pace. Me and some friends call it the computer mouse, because that's what it looks like. But here's a car I like. Another electric vehicle, the Nissan Ariya, and this is an amazing color for it. This deep blue. Absolutely love it. Love the casting. One of my favorites last year. I think I did put it as my favorite. Beautifully proportioned. And yeah, just amazing. Just amazing. The real car is okay. Like, it's nothing too groundbreaking. Definitely designed nice. Almost looks like a Mazda. Alright, now we got a couple Auto Worlds here to end out what's in the box before we get to my special gift. Here we have the Kingswood Estate. Cadillac Fleetwood, Chevy Kingswood. I don't know really what this release goes to. I don't know what else is supposed... Well, I can tell you what else is supposed to be in the set. This supposedly is a new casting, by the way. There's supposed to be a Celica Supra, a 3000 GT, a Ford Galaxy, a Mach 1, and a Ram Bighorn. None of those have been found by anybody. Just these Kingswoods, because they're showing up as straight packs at Targets. If anybody's noticed that, if you get there right when they stock, there are 6 of these on the pegs. That's not how it should be, but yeah, they're getting straight packs. So the other ones are going to be super rare to find, even that Galaxy, which might not be as popular as a Celica Supra. But at the same time, there's another set released at Walmart, and there's 2 more Kingswood Estates. So there's 3 of them out at the same time. These 2 are from a different set. And yeah, where's this set? Where did this set go? Look, it's got the Celica Supra. The Caravan looks nice. The Corvette, I think, is a new model. Yeah, new casting. I'm covering it. Oh. And the Nissan Zs. I want all of those. Where are they? Here's the other set. What? Oh, there's only 3. So what is going on? Okay, all 3 in release 4. These are release 2. I don't know where release 2 ended up, because release 4 apparently just came out. There's only 3 models in it. Of course, 2 colors of each. This one is not part of it, though, because it's got all those in the mix. And this is from 2023. Not even a 2024. Where's the Celica Supra? Okay, weird Auto World stuff is going on. I might just review all of these wagons together, which would make sense. Supposedly, the green one is a new casting as a 1970 model year. The other two being the newer releases do not say new casting, but they are the same casting. And I have the older release to compare them to. I don't know what year it was, but we can figure that out when we get to the review. But if you saw in that packaging that the other new casting, or one of the other new castings in the mix, is a Chevy Silverado SS, then you'd be correct, because look at these. Oh, brother. These are gorgeous. So I know I love my 90s, late 90s, early 2000s GM performance vehicles. These definitely fall right into that category, as I just reviewed the GMC Cyclone. These are awesome. These I think I'm going to do a review right on these right after this video. These are just truly amazing. I can't wait. I could probably do the whole set too, because I also have the Ram. This isn't from Diecast Car Guru. I just grabbed this one. He offered it to me, but I passed. I figured I could find it in the store, which I did. I got the Silverados from him, though, because I knew I would never see them in the store. And my Auto World collection has pretty much doubled in the past month with this random stuff just dropping out. Actually, no, I shouldn't say doubled. I have a little more than I think I do. We have a Yeti sticker. I should really put one of these on my Subaru, my window, because it's a very Subaru thing. And then we got some card arts here, which I don't know if he's just teasing me with these, but these are the majorette Japanese releases. Two of the best of the set, too. Of course, not going to show me on the backs. Amazing artwork. It's nice that he sent it to me. But where are the models? He has the models, doesn't he? I don't know. There's still a mystery box here. I don't know. For my birthday surprise. Is that a supposed sneak peek at what's in there? I don't know. If it is, I will be more than happy, because they are super hard to track down, but it could be anything. Let's cut it open. Has not even been cut open yet. All right, moment of truth. Here. Bring it down here. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. I dropped it on the floor. All right. No, there is not Japanese releases in there. I'm sure he'd probably tell me if he did find them for me. Oh, got some in my throat. We have this amazing Volvo V60 from Majorette. I do not have an example of this casting, so it is a Majorette that I wanted. I was close. So he did just put these in here to taunt me. This thing's amazing. This actually might look really nice with the Matchbox version. Not the V60. They didn't do the V60. The V60. They didn't do the V90. Oh my gosh. Whatever. But they did do a similar livery to it. And then hiding underneath here, we have two JKM releases. Should I do a video on these? I mean, this box has gave me plenty of things to do a video on. So how about, real quick, let's just take a look. Let's just take a look. Why not? We're only at 30-something minutes. Let's take a look at these. I find it weird that they put them in a bag like that, like Tomica. These must be older releases, because I know the crowns came with trays. What is this? It's a Volkswagen Passat. I assume it's maybe a Chinese market Passat. I don't think it's the U.S. market. It might be. Could be a U.S. spec. But yeah, JKM, folks, do not sleep on them. They are amazing. Nice headlight details. Volkswagen emblem. It does have dashboard details, it looks like. I can't tell. Oh, maybe not. I know some of them do have interior details. Most of the ones I have do. But some of these older ones might not. There's your tail lights looking pretty good. Dual exhaust, which is a separate piece with the Y-pipe connecting it, which is nice. Sunroof. Mirrors. Door handles. The door handles are very nice. I can't tell. Are those separate pieces too? They might be. At least the front ones. You get a metal chassis made in China. Very nice little Passat. And then we have the Jeep Cherokee. I think it's a Trackhawk to go with it. It's not written on the packaging, which probably means it's not licensed. Well, let's take a look. Grand Cherokee Supercharged. That's a Trackhawk, right? There's a dual exhaust. I don't see Trackhawk anywhere on it. And it's weird that it's not on there's nothing on the packaging like the Passat had. So I don't know if it's licensed. It doesn't say Jeep on the base, which Passat didn't either. Doesn't got a Jeep emblem up front. It's very nicely detailed. I like the lower grille there. You can see the little camera. Got the blind spot sensors above it. Headlights look really good. Taillights look nice as well. You got your lower reflectors. This exhaust detail is just painted. That's not a separate piece like the Passat. And no interior detailing that I can see in terms of paint. But it does have very nice detailing. All the buttons and everything. The cup holders, look at that. Everything is sculpted out. The little stick on the wheel. Very, very nice. True 1/64 scale, of course. They do have... Well, this one might not. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of suspension. It doesn't really work on the mat because... Oh, God, something in my throat. It doesn't work on the mat because it just absorbs the impacts. I think the Passat... No, the Passat doesn't. Well, I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell if they do have suspension. It doesn't feel like the Passat does. The Jeep definitely does. It just doesn't pick up on the mat. I know the Crown didn't, but the Lexus did that I have from them. So yeah, every time I love doing these videos because you get the weirdest assortment of vehicles. Like, look at this. Got a freaking Ford Model T, Mitsubishi Evo, Volkswagen Passat, Ford Ranger, and a Renault 11. Just strangest combination of vehicles. But that is all I have for you guys today. Very special thanks to Diecast Car Guru for sending these over. And the little birthday gift. And the taunt. I don't know where these were released because they're expensive in Japan. Like the other ones I just reviewed, these are pretty cheap. $40 for the whole set isn't bad. One of these Sentries showed up on my Japanese marketplace. $20 just for the Sentry. Like, what? So I don't know why or they're so expensive, where they're even released, but hopefully I can get one soon. He's going to keep an eye out for me from where he got those ones from. And when I get those, immediately getting reviewed because that Sentry is just gorgeous. So, anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.